Welcome to another TOEFL Listening practice video. In this video, you will listen to a lecture, answer some questions about it, review the correct answers and explanations. Channel members can download their worksheets in the Community tab of the channel. Don't forget to subscribe for more TOEFL Listening practice.
Good morning, class. I want to start with a question you've probably heard before, especially around the start of the calendar year. Why is it that, despite our best intentions, say on January 1st, many of us find ourselves dropping our self-improvement goals by the time February rolls around? Today, we will examine the neural automation of behavior, a core concept in cognitive science. This isn't simply a matter of willpower. It's a deep dive into how our brains are wired to automate actions, and the mechanisms by which we can deliberately rewire them. We will cover three key areas. First, the powerful psychological concept that prompts resolutions, known as the fresh start effect. Second, the fundamental neurological model of habit formation. And finally, we will explore the critical distinction between setting vague goals and building functional systems. The reason we even initiate resolutions is explained by the fresh start effect. Psychologists have found that we are highly motivated to pursue aspirational goals immediately following a temporal landmark, a date that symbolically separates the past self from the future self. New Year's Day, birthdays, or even the start of a new month all serve as these mental accounting periods, offering a psychological clean slate. The old you is associated with the old time period. The new you can begin unburdened. This generates tremendous motivation, giving us the belief that we can finally overcome our obstacles. But, and this is the crucial point, this initial optimism doesn't provide the tools for sustained success. For those tools, we must understand the hard science of habit, the habit loop. This neurological model consists of three sequential parts. It begins with the cue, or the trigger, the signal, like the alarm clock or arriving home from work, that tells your brain to initiate a routine. Second is the routine itself, the behavior you perform. And last is the reward, the benefit the brain receives that satisfies a craving and makes the loop memorable. This repetition physically encodes the behavior in the basal ganglia, making the action automatic. The most effective strategy for lasting change is the golden rule of habit change. Keep the cue and deliver a similar reward, but strategically replace the unwanted routine with a healthier one. This neurological distinction brings us to why the powerful motivation from the fresh start effect so often fades. We mistake goals for systems. A goal is a desired outcome, what you want to achieve, for example, lose 10 pounds. A system is the process that leads to that outcome. For example, walk for 20 minutes after dinner every day. When we fixate on a goal, success is delayed until a distant finish line. When we focus on a system, your daily adherence is the success. This encourages adopting an identity-based habit. Instead of saying, "I have to read," you shift to, "I am a reader," which makes the behavior align with your self-image. To make the system actionable, we turn to implementation intentions. This is the formal, scientific answer to vague resolutions. It requires creating a specific, clear action plan using the formula. When situation Y arises, I will perform action Z. For instance, when I turn off my phone screen at 10 p.m., I will immediately place it in the kitchen. This preemptive planning overrides the reliance on spontaneous motivation. Finally, remember two practical strategies. First, avoid the pitfall of too much too soon by using the 2-minute rule. Scale any new habit down to a version that takes less than 2 minutes. The goal is simply to show up and build the momentum. Second, combat a loss of momentum with visual tracking, placing a check mark on a calendar every day you perform the habit. The psychological pain of breaking that chain, or loss aversion, becomes a powerful motivator for consistency. Ultimately, the fresh start effect gives us the motivation, but only by implementing clear systems, utilizing the habit loop, and setting specific implementation intentions can we translate those grand ambitions into lasting automatic behavior. Now, before we move on to the next segment, I'd like you to consider this question and be ready to discuss it. What is one current habit you can use to habit stack a positive new routine this week? Please take a moment to formulate your thoughts.
1. What scientific concept explains why individuals feel motivated to set goals at temporal landmarks, like the New Year? 2. Which of the following best describes the function of the reward element within the habit loop? 3. Why does the professor imply that focusing solely on a goal, e.g. lose 10 pounds, is less effective than focusing on a system? 4. What is the relationship the professor establishes between identity-based habits and systems? 5. The professor mentions the 2-minute rule primarily to address which common pitfall in habit formation? 6. According to the professor, what is the core purpose of creating an implementation intention?